In Insightly, in order to create a new email template, all you need to do is click on your email icon and then go over to the tab that says Email Templates. Be aware that depending on the subscription that you currently have, you may only be allowed to have 5 templates to as many as 100 templates. The higher the subscription, of course, the higher the number of email templates you are allowed to have. When you click on your email templates tabs, you will see the name of the person that created the template emails. However, this name is not going to be the name that is on the sent from when you send the email. It'll actually show up as whichever user is supposed to be sending the email. In order to create a new email template, all you have to do is click on the red box that says New Template. Once you have this box come up, all you need to do is give it a name. You can select which category you want to be using. These are the standard ones offered by Insightly, but you can always add a new one by clicking New Category. The subject line is going to be the actual subject line on the email when it is sent to the end user. So we will call this Email to Client. Here we are going to do the actual body of the email. Now be aware that this is not to include your email signature because the email signature will automatically get added. So if you add a signature on here, you'll actually have an email going out with 2 email signatures. You want to do Dear, and then most people are going to use the first name, and you have several different icons on here. The first 2 have everything to do with just your bold or your italics. If you wanted to change just from bold to italics or back to normal, you just simply click back on them. This one right here will be a link if you wanted to insert a link to your website. So for example, if I wanted to include the link to our website, I would just highlight the word that I want to have the links, click Link, Insert Link, and it's going to say, okay, what do you want the text to say and what do you want the URL to be? So I'll enter the URL up on top, and here I will put a fancier wording. So now what you'll see is that the word is actually a live link. If I wanted to take this and unlink it, simply click this and it'll scratch it off and show you that it's no longer valid, or I can unlink by clicking the unlink button. And again, clicking on the same icon twice reverses what you just did. So I want to include the first name, and these are all the fields that you can include. Most of them are the standard contact fields. However, you are able to include any custom fields that you have created that are in the lead section only. So we're going to go ahead and hit Dear First Name. You'll see that the first name box that comes up is actually a little bit of a bluish grayish color. That basically means it's a system generated field where it'll be pulling the first name from the contact field box of the person that you're sending the email to. I can then enter my comma, create my next line, and I'm just going to write gibberish. And I'm going to say that I want to include them to confirm their business name. So please confirm this information. I can then say, confirm that the spelling of your first name is correct and your last name and where you work, and that this is your correct cell phone. Thanks so much. And that would be my email, and it would actually have it so that every time I'm sending this email, it is asking them to confirm this information by giving them the first name, the last name, and the organization, and the mobile number that I have in their system. When they reply back, it'll reply back to my email so that I can then make any updates. I can also make email attachments part of this email template. Be aware though that when you do an email attachment on here, the attachment is stored in the Insightly system and it could count against your storage, total storage size if you are sending out a lot of that particular template. So you want to be careful with how many email attachments you actually do place in any email template. In order to do that though, you just need to click Choose Files and you would be able to go into whatever file you want it and attach it and say I'm going to include the agenda. and it'll become part of that email template. Once you hit save, it'll show you that the template is now live and that this is what it's going to look like for the template body. It'll always track how many emails you've sent from this particular template, how many were delivered, how many were opened, and what your average click rate is. You can always edit the email by clicking on Edit Email Template. You can always copy the details of this template to a new one, or you can go straight into sending an email from this template right from here. Now, I'm not set up on this particular account, so I can't send an email. You can always do delete email template if you want nothing to do with this email template anymore and it's simply taking space in your various template settings. Be aware though that you do not want to use email templates to send out mass emails. You want to continue using MailChimp or Constant Contact, and they do have an affiliation with MailChimp so that it does work very seamlessly together. Because if you start sending out newsletters from a system like Insightly, it actually is using your own domain address and you can get blacklisted from various email providers. So you don't want to be sending mass emails from the system. It's really meant to that it's a template that will make your life a little bit easier so that you're able to send the same email to various different people, but only when they're going to maybe 1 or 2 people at the same time, not to a mass mailing of like 25 or more. If you have any questions, you know where to reach us at lwandh.com or Lorena at lwandh.com. Thanks and have a great day.